Hello ladies and welcome to The Beauty Shaman. So today I'm going to do a quick tutorial on how to have great cheekbones. So for all of you who are like, how do I make my cheekbones stand out? Or I have a round face, so that's what we're going to address today, is how to achieve that. So before I get started, please subscribe and hit the bell so that you get updates when I upload videos. Also visit my website, thebeautyshaman.com, and use the code SB10 for 10% off any purchase. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so I just colored my hair, and so I have like a little color line right around here, so I'm not going to put my hair back today. Normally I put it back, for those of you who don't know, but I'm not going to today because I have that lovely color line. Okay, so I'm going to start off with some foundation. So this is just a Glossier foundation, or Glossier, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Anyway, just going to put my foundation on. To bring out your cheeks, it's always good to take away any distraction from the rest of your face. In other words, skin discoloration. And this is true for trying to bring out your lips, your eyes, whatever you're trying to do, is to really even everything out. Kind of matte, not matte, but make everything all, nothing distracting going on. Okay, now I'm going to do concealer. So this is Juice Beauty concealer. Comes like this. Going to take a little bit of concealer. Now, this is an important part of your cheeks because we are going to do a series of highlights around your eye and cheek. I'm actually going to do half my face, okay, so that you can see what I'm doing and see the difference that it makes. So what I'm going to do is take my concealer, run it around my nose and kind of up into my eye area. So you can see that this area is really all the color is being lightened. I'm lightening up the whole area. So you can see the difference here. Okay. I'm also now going to take highlighter. So concealer and highlighter have two different functions. A concealer covers, a highlighter makes the light bounce off of something. So highlighter, I'm a huge fan of highlighter. I think for older women, it's great to stop trying to cover things and go look at it more as I'm going to enhance. Okay, so look at that from a physical perspective. Like, rather than trying to hide what you don't like about your body, rather bring out what you do like. Okay, so it's a different way of looking at things. I prefer this way on life as a whole. It's like focusing on your strengths kind of idea. So I'm going to take this highlighter, which is an RCMA. This is a professional packet, but I'll have down below in the credits, I'll have something that you could buy that's very similar. Okay, probably a MAC product. And I'm going to use highlighter, and I'm going to put that all along my eye line, my brow here. And I'm going to take that same color and I'm going to bring it down on my cheekbone. So this is a different color. It's slightly rosier if you're light-skinned. If you're dark-skinned, you're going to go a little bit warmer of a tone, okay? Because dark skin tends to have more warmth to it. So the tones of these, that's the complicated part, is getting that right, getting the your color choices right. So I'll try to speak to that as much as I can. But anyway, I'm running this right along my cheekbone, okay? I'm also going to put this along my nose. And I'm going to put it on my chin. So you can see how I did that, right? I've got that light, and I've got the concealer. So that's really hiding dark circles and it's popping my cheekbone. Now I'm going to do contour. Now I'm going to actually use the same packet here for contour. Contour is different from bronzer. Bronzer is a little bit shiny. It has a little bit of mica in it, which is the shiny ingredient. So we're not going to use that. We're going to use a contour. Okay, so I put contour on my brush. You can also use a powder contour. It's really up to you. See my little hair color there. Anyway, and my little age spot. Ooh, it's a freckle actually. One of you corrected me. It's a freckle. All right, so we're going to run this just underneath your cheeks. And depending on how round your face is how dark this is going to go. So you want to do about one shade darker than your skin. A lot of women try to go much darker than their skin, and then it just sort of looks like you took dirt and rubbed it on your face. Okay, it's not a good look. You want to go about 1 to 2 shades darker in warmth, and maybe even slightly ruddy depending on what time of year. If you have a suntan, or it just really depends on your skin, but I would definitely go 1 to 2 shades darker, and you go just underneath. Like, you can even see how that made a difference right there. Just added that extra dimension. Now I have a pretty thin face, so I don't go super dark. If you have a round face or you're really trying to bring that in, then go at that even more. But you want to be sure you blend it. Otherwise, you'll just get a line, okay? Even with creams, you will. So you just see how I'm sort of just blending that in so it's soft. Okay, now I'm going to go also a little underneath my chin, because you don't ever just put something in one spot. You sort of blend it all in. Then you take it and run it up on your hairline as well, just to really frame your face. Okay, if you have, like I have bangs, so my forehead is hidden. If you don't have bangs, definitely do that. Do it on, especially on the highest point. Like if the highest point in your forehead is here, do it there. If you have a square face and it's in these corners, then do it really dark there, okay? Now I've got some hair color here, so I don't want that to be distracting for you. But you basically want to put that in the place that sticks out the most. So now I've framed my face. You can even go here a little bit to add the dimension right there. Okay, so you can see what a difference that made, right? So that's really key. Now we're going to do blush. Okay, with blush, I have just a really nice kind of an orangey terracotta colored shirt on. So I'm going to go with warm tones. I usually judge what color I'm going to use according to A, what lipstick I'm going to wear, and B, what sort of clothing I'm wearing. So because I have this on, I'm going to go with a warm blush. So I'm putting it in this color here. Just a nice orangey color. I usually recommend people have two blushes, a warm and a cool. So we're going to go right on your cheekbone right there. And I'm just going to kind of lightly brush that in. Take the color a little bit up. See how nice that is? Bring it down a little. Like I just want it to look like I'm healthy. I went outside, I don't want it to look like, back in the 80s, if you were like me around in the 80s, it was this really dark line, right? That's out of fashion. You just want it to be really soft, okay? So that's super pretty. All right, the last thing I would do with my cheekbone, if you want, is to add a little bit of highlight, like a little bit of a shine. So this is totally an extra step, okay? This is absolutely not necessary, but I'm going to add it in because it's kind of a cool thing. So this is strobe cream. You can also use, it's MAC. You can also use any sort of iridescent highlighter to do this, but I'm going to use strobe cream because it's sitting in front of me. But see how nice that is? It gives a nice little gold finish to it, and I'm going to tap that right along where I put the highlighter in here. When in magazines, when you see women, they have that slight iridescent, they use things like this. They also use different oils. You can use oil. Oil tends to break down the makeup a little bit, so you got to be careful about that. I'm going to put a little here, a little tiny bit here, but see how that just kind of like adds really nice. You can also put some on your jawline here. Like say you have a jaw that isn't as pronounced as you want it to be. You could take this and run it just lightly along your jaw if you wanted to. I wouldn't do that too much though, because you don't want it to look too different from your neck. But see how pretty that is? Isn't that pretty? I hope this has been helpful. Please put your questions down below. Notice the difference. What a big difference that made in my cheekbones. Good luck. Let me know how it goes for you. And thank you so much for watching The Beauty Shaman.